All right, everybody. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to One Objective tonight. Guys, we have got a really great show lined up for y'all. I feel like I say that every time. I really do. I say that every time, but I feel deep down in my gut that we actually have a really great show lined up for y'all. So, but no, all seriousness, we do. We got a great show lined up. I wanted to have this guest on last weekend, and I was just worn slam out. I could only do one guest that night. I was done. I was tired. So, but tonight we're gonna have Shane LemMon on. He won the American Bass Kayak Series out in California. It's a tournament series that we sponsor as well. Shane is a great friend of me and James and Chris, and then also just being on the Bonafide team with him is just a plus. Shane's a really great guy, really down to earth, humbled guy, and we had a little bit of time to hang out with him at the Bassmasters Classic. I know he didn't have the finish that he was hoping for, so he was at the expo and all that. So we got to hang out with him some, had a great time, and got to meet some of the motor guide people with him and all that. So, anyways, we're excited to have him on tonight. We're also going to be going over. I got the list pulled up on my phone here. We're going to be going over the ICast release that Bassmasters did on a lot of the baits that's going to get released. So, I don't know. Game changer, I think, is a word that gets thrown around a lot on stuff that really isn't game changer. Anyways, Chris, hold on one second. Anyway, Shane, I think's listening. Shane, we're going to be calling you here in a minute through Skype. So, hold on one second here. But yeah, so I think the word game changer gets thrown around a lot. And I just think that for not the 2020 Bass ICast, but the 2019, it got thrown around a lot. And some people was even saying game ender. And I was just kind of like, when we seen it, I'm just like, what the crap, So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there's going to be nothing that's going to be game ender. I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to be like game changer. There might be some things that's going to be like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm excited to try that, something different to try. But hold on a minute. I got to message him here. But I know that there's some stuff that's going to be coming out. Hobie's doing some stuff. Bonafide is looking at releasing some stuff. I'm not sure about some of the other brands. Maybe, I don't know if Crescent's going to be there or not. Maybe they'll have something released. I know Drew Gregory was talking about some stuff that they were working on. So I don't know if that's getting released there or not. I would think in the kayaking industry, the way it is right now, and them just having a hard time keeping up with demands with what they make now, it's just kind of crazy that, I know you got to, but to come out with something new, So, but I don't know. But we got a list here. We're going to go through some things and, and see what you guys think. What's your opinion? And if you got some stuff that you're interested in us getting video on or getting some content on, whether it be pictures or whatever, let us know tonight in the show, or you can message it to us or whatever. So that way we can get down there and, try to get as much video for you guys so you can kind of see it and make some decisions on, if you think it's worth buying or not. But I just like to say, I haven't seen anything out there that's kind of wow right now. I don't know. Maybe because we've been to a few of these things and you hear it so much that you're just like, I don't see whether it's going to change the game. But I'm not knocking any company in the industry whatsoever because everybody's got new stuff coming in. They probably say the same thing about us. When we come out with something new, wow, that really isn't whoop-de-doo, Yeah. So, but anyways, Chris, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing all right. I think we out here.
That's right. What'd y'all get into this weekend? Y'all do much this weekend?
No, we went to her grandmother's house.
I got you. So you didn't do no fishing? You didn't kind of cast a line in a pond? Or
No.
I hear you. Did you do any iRacing this weekend?
Yeah, I did some last night.
Did some last night?
Yeah.
Wreckfest. That's a normal ICast fashion.
iRacing.
Yeah. What did I say?
ICast.
Did I say? You can tell what I got on my mind right now. Yeah, typical iRacing fashion. But before we get Shane on, guys, I want to thank all our sponsors that's really helped us out. I know you guys hear it every show, but I really do appreciate these companies that have stuck their neck out for us and really helped us out. So Missile Baits, Falcon Rods, Bino Power, Yak Attack, which we got to talk about something about that here in a second, AccuCoil, and RBT Custom Baits. I want to thank these companies. They've done a lot for us. Just been a great company to deal with. So I've also known that we're talking about there's big things coming from One Objective. We're still working on it. Was hoping that things were going to go a little bit different this week on getting some things up on the site with that, and we kind of hit a bump in the road. But it's okay. It's not a big bump. It's a little bump. We didn't go jumping off of it. So, but anyways, we got some stuff coming. So, also, if you have not went on to our Facebook and got into the giveaway that we're doing, we're giving away a sample pack of One Objective tungsten weights. So drop shots, flipping weights, all that stuff. So all you got to do is like, comment, share it, and then like, share, and comment done down below. You ain't even got to tag no buddies. If you want to tag buddies, you can, but you ain't even got to tag no buddies for that. So, but yeah, like I say, great little contest. Just trying to get some of this out in some more people's hands. Let them try it. Let us know what they think, and go from there. But how much time we got before I go into this? We got a couple minutes.
About 4 minutes.
So, if y'all haven't seen the new video we put up on YouTube with the new Yak Attack doubleheader system, I know a lot of you guys have seen it already. You've seen it when we shared some pictures a week before when Yak Attack released it. I'm going to tell you what. I don't want to use the word game changer. I really don't. But I do feel like it is a great new tool that's come out on the market to really help organize your kayak and making things a little more simple. When it comes to putting your rod, like, for instance, a friend of mine, Jason Hensley, he's been on the show a couple times. He brings a lot of rods. But, when you got a black pack, you're always trying to figure out how to get all the tubes on there and get everything to where you can still open the hatch and do all that. Well, the double header gives you the ability to you can put 2 of these things on each side. And I talked about in the video, you could have 4 rods on each side of your boat. And them things just hang off just a little bit off the side. It works really great with the AR tube. I did it with the Omega. I didn't like it with the Omega. But the AR tube, I think, is going to be a lot better fit. And it will be. I've seen it on there personally at Yak Attack when they were showing us these things. And it was awesome. I was like, dude, that is freaking great. The reason why I think they're great is because you'll be able to angle them. Like if you're on a river, you ain't got these things sticking straight up. You can actually angle them back or angle them back and in a little bit, And then also, like the setup I got right now, and Craig, one of our team guys, he actually shared the picture where he put the cup with the cup caddy, and that was the bolt to tighten it. He used that to tighten it down on the track there. Yeah, there you go. Chris has got it pulled up there. And he was able to put it down on the track and still have your paddle holders on the side. So, I mean, it's like a 3-in-1 kind of tool, really. You know what I mean? There's so many different things you can do with it. So much room for activities right there. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, all kinds of room for activities.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to using these, and I think that they're a must-have for any kayak. In my personal opinion, I think they're a must-have. You can't there's nothing else on the market that I feel like is better holding a paddle than a roto grip. I mean, they're just where they got the way everything is, how it locks down in there, nice and smooth with the rubber wheels on there. It's just a great system. But I ain't trying to keep selling you guys Yak Attack products. I'm just telling you, I really love that. I think if you got a kayak, you need to get you one. You got to get you one. Even if you're just a kind of regular guy that floats the river every so often, you want to put your cup there, put your beer in, and put your paddle in. You know what I mean? When you get one of them long floats, you don't feel like paddling no more.
Yeah.
We'll make a couple of casts, put your paddle right there. So, but anyways, what time we got, Chris?
10 after. Or 9 after.
Nine after?
Might as well say
Let's go ahead and call Shane, and hopefully he's got everything set up, because I probably should have messaged him before. I didn't think about it. Uh-oh. There we go. We got you, Shane.
I'm here.
All right, man. Yeah, you know what? I was telling Chris just before we got you on. Stupid part of me not telling him we was gonna call you through Skype. I was like, oh crap! I never told him how we was gonna get him on tonight. So, but how you doing tonight, man?
Wait, hold on 1 second, Josh. Hold on.
All right, I think Chris is setting
Okay,
your
I
scene
think
up.
I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah, I think Chris does everything look good
I
on.
can't see you though.
Yeah, I'm getting the setup here.
Yeah, Chris is getting everything set up. He's gonna share your screen and all that stuff. So.
Okay.
But while he's working on that, man, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Yeah, what are y'all doing over there in the West Coast? I know it's y'all probably getting ready to what? Have lunch? No, I'm just kidding. But eat dinner.
Yeah, I actually was just having dinner not too long ago, but man, it's like 100 degrees out here. I'm sure you guys probably might still have your sweatshirts on out there where you're at.
Oh yeah. No, we're back. We're almost down to Speedo level. It's been so hot out here too as well. It's been pretty warm, man. Yesterday was. So me and the wife went down there. They had a yard sale day down our road here, and we walked down the road, and I got about a good halfway down the road, and I said, "We're going back to get the 4-wheeler, and we're going to ride the rest." Like I'm not walking this no more. It's so hot. So yeah, I think the heating trend's all the way across the country right now.
Yeah, man, it's hot out here, but the fishing's hot too. That was
Yeah.
I'm having some trouble. I'm hearing like you way later than me, Josh.
It might be a delay with Skype or something going on right at the moment. But let's talk a little bit about your tournament, dude. Let's see how this transpired into this big win you got, and talk a little bit. I mean, did you have much time for practice? Was you able to get on anything?
So actually, I didn't even have practice at all, and I just, I had a couple of my buddies going out there, and we, we all are in talks about practice and everything, and I went out there and just kind of. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted right now, Josh, because I'm like super laggy, dude. Like I can hear myself, and like I'm just being honest, it's hard to talk.
Yeah, I don't understand why everything sounds good here, right, Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, everything sounds great on there.
Check Facebook and everything. So.
Yeah, everything sounds good on
Okay.
everything else. So I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, but I'll just go with it. But yeah, I didn't really have much practice. I didn't have practice at all, and went out there, started throwing the Nico rig a little bit, and caught a few fish first thing in the morning, and then right after that, just got on a sick frog bite, and it was fun, dude. It was a really good time.
Well, I know, like on your watch your YouTube video, and I mean it was a video that kept us intrigued. You're like the whole time you're knowing that it's about to happen, because you caught 99 inches, and you were able to. So we knew that what you had to catch a few big ones. So like the video the whole time is keeping you like sucked in. You know what I mean? It was a good YouTube video for sure.
Yeah, man, it was really fun. That's why I really enjoy filming myself. Unfortunately, I didn't film myself at the Texas Bass Nation Championship. There was a lot going on, and for some reason, I just didn't bring my camera out with me. So I kind of regret that a little bit. But that was just really fun to kind of just go out there and fish. But I'm so glad I brought my camera for this one, because it was hands down the best day out on the water for me, and to be able to share it with you and a couple of my other friends throughout the day. It was just definitely one that I'm not going to forget for a long time. I mean, I understand as an angler, 99 inches on a tournament day, those don't come around too often, and especially to catch it, most of them on a frog, it was just like the perfect day, dude. It was so fun, and it was my first big win. Like I haven't won a live event ever since I started doing the kayak scene, and to finally be able to kind of just like reach that mountaintop for just that one day, it was something really special, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, those are the days you don't forget. You know what I mean? That's when the bad days, those make up for the bad days that you've had on the water. You know what I mean? And that's and especially to go out there and catch what you caught without even a day of practice. You know what I mean? Like you were able to just kind of make it happen. And I like stuff I love tournaments like that where guys don't really get no practice. Or win it without a lot of practice, because it just kind of shows your ability. I mean, I know some of it is luck. I get that. But you still got to put yourself in the right spot to be able to make that happen. And, in the video, you end up having a bass boat that was coming in on you, and he was able to work with you, and you talked to him, and it was no like crazy exchange of words or any of that stuff, which I
No.
like seeing. You know what I mean? Like it was some
Yeah.
respect there for it.
And I left that in there on purpose. I wanted to kind of show like I saw him coming towards me, and I had just caught that 18 and a half, which ended up being a part of my day, ended up being in my bag the whole day. But I knew that he was working towards me, and I just kind of, like I shared in the video, I was like, hey man, like I'm gonna be working this spot, we're in a tournament, it'd be awesome if you could possibly just work around me, because I caught that 20 and 3/4 inch fish as well right there. So that was kind of a little spot that I was working, and he was super cool to me. So like, not like, I feel like a lot of the videos show like all like the bad, because it's kind of like a little attention getter and can get you some views maybe and some talk about your experience with a bass boater. But I wanted to show kind of the opposite of that, because he was completely respectful to me, and it was just cool to see that.
Yeah, yeah, and look, I'm running both sides now. I was had the opportunity to get my dad's boat, and I'm running the kayaks in the boat, and I've run bass boats for years, and getting in the kayak side, I do see that sometimes. Like I've been to lakes where some of these guys in boats, and not just bass boats, like John boats. You know what I mean? Like they get really irritated with the kayak guys. But I've also been on the other side of the spectrum where I'm in the bass boat and had a dude in the kayak just come up and cut me off and keep fishing right there like I wasn't even there. So I think it's on both sides of the spectrum. Everybody just needs to learn to kind of work together and be vocal and talk about the situation. Like, hey, man, I'm really on this. Can we work it out? I think people want to throw blows really quick when it comes out on the water. And I can understand the pressure and all that. But we're all still there to do it for fun. We ain't doing it for a living. And so, like, the way you handled it on the water, I think was really great. And that guy, too, on his part as well, was handle it well like he did. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And another cool thing too is like, like just kind of going off that day a little bit. And Josh, I want to thank One Objective as well. Like, I don't know if you've really shared a whole lot about it, but for those of you guys that are listening, they One Objective, they sponsor our plaques for our series. So like we've had first through fifth in all of our events receive a plaque at the end of each event. And One Objective is the sponsorship for our plaques. And I just want to thank you guys, because that really, I don't know, it's something cool to take home and be proud of, and have a little plaque to take home to your family. And it was just cool that you guys hopped on board with us this year and have sponsored that, dude. So I just wanted to say thanks, man. The whole ABA really appreciates it for sure.
well, I appreciate the people giving us opportunity for it, for one, to be able to think of us and think that, they'd be willing to talk to us about that. But, furthermore, like, a lot of our business, man, a lot of our reach with YouTube and podcasts and all that, if you look at our map, like it's California and Texas and what was the other state? Louisiana, all that. It's like in Florida, that is like our biggest states, that we sell in. So it was just a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have supported us so much, and like we would really want to be a part of that. So like I say, we appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to do it, and I just think it's a cool experience, and hope we grow on it, and make it even bigger next year.
Yeah. And kind of touching a little bit on the frog pattern that I was on. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but when a lot of guys ask me like what I was doing with the frog, I was actually flipping the frog. And you don't really see that a whole lot. You see a lot of guys kind of bomb casting it on a grass mat, or just doing normal casting with the frog, trying to get it out there so you're not too close to the fish. But man, a lot of those fish, I was like I was right up on them, dude, flipping it, and they were actually hitting it like instantly, like one or two twitches of the frog way back in the Thule. And that pattern was just so unique. I don't even think I can ever really like remember doing that, with the frog that consistently. And to be able to do that and catch that first big one like that. And I was on the phone with my buddy Chris, and I think he's in the chat right now. But just to be able to just like catch that 21 and a quarter and just kind of start that little momentum, and then just from there on out, it was just like lights out. It was really fun. I don't know if you throw a frog much, but like I don't know. I don't really see a whole lot of guys like flipping a frog that much.
I throw it more when I'm down here around near our shop. Like it's more frog in water, and There's another lake around here that I'll throw at some, but like a lot of times we're bombing it. You know what I mean? You're bombing it across the pads and trying to work as far as you can, across the pad. So, but no, we don't do a lot of. I don't personally do a lot of flipping with frogs, and you like I say, you always see people bombing it. But yeah, it was really cool because it looked like a lot of the ones you were catching them off frog was the ones that were laying down. It looked like the toolies that were laying down in the water.
Yeah, that first one, like I said, I'm gonna say this because I kind of get some guys laughing. I kind of get some guys laughing a little bit about it, but some of my friends call me throughout the day, and I roll with it and I talk to them a little bit. But right as soon as I flipped it in there, I kind of could see like that, that tule was laid down. There was grass underneath it. It just looked perfect, and I was like, you know what, I could feel like it's gonna come right now, and like it was like the next cast, that 21 1/4 slurped it off the tulies. And if you look closely in that picture that I posted too, there's like broken tulies on my braid and like grass all over the place. That's just like the best feeling in the world, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's just like when we go to a river and you got that feel. Like for me, like a river, the whopper plopper is to me the best bait that I throw in the river that actually produces for me the best. And it's one of them things, man. You go out there and you can just feel. It's like you get that feeling like it's about to happen. Now it does suck when you go all day and it doesn't happen, but you still have that feeling like any moment it could happen. And that's the thing about fishing a frog, especially in grass and all that, especially when they are hitting it good. Like the rest of the whole day, I feel like I don't even breathe. The whole time you're working across the pads, and any moment you're just waiting for it to explode. And you don't want to get scared and jump and jerk it away. So you're always trying to stay like focused, and that is a bite that you have to be fully focused on.
100%, because it can happen at like literally any moment. And one of the cool things, like too, like when I first got into fishing, I shared this the last time I was on the show, I think, but I fished out of a float tube for like 8 years. And I started off fishing with like just like a 6-inch margarita mutilator, robo worm, Texas rig. Like that was like my jam. That's like all I threw, like 100% of the time. That's all I thought bass ate was a 6-inch worm Texas rig.
Yeah.
But after I started to just, I was catching all my fish on that for like, let's just say 5 or 6 years, literally. Never ventured out, just float tube, Texas rig master. And then I started to really get into the frog thing, and I would only bring a frog rod out with me for like, all summer long, all the way into fall. And so I really got to get good at that frog bite. And in a tube, it is hard to set the hook, and you got to let that fish take it just a little bit because you have no leverage. You're in the water.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of experience with a frog in a tube. So when I'm standing up in the kayak and when that frog bite turns on, it's something that I'm so passionate about, and I love it so much. It just doesn't happen too often out here in Southern California. It's just the way our lakes are pressured and the way our lake's set up. It's not really something that you do like consistently. But man, it was just like a dream come true that day, and there was nothing else I was going to use. There was nothing. I was not going to put it down. There was just no chance. And like you said, I was like I said in the video too. You just feel it. You know it. You know that next one's coming.
Yeah, for sure. Chris, you said we got a couple questions coming in, right?
Clay's got a couple of them. He wants to know, the first question, what's been your most productive bait this year?
Hands down the Nico rig. And there's been a couple different worms. I kind of joked with Josh about this a couple times on the phone, I think. But, I mean, the Nico rig for me out here in SoCal has been the most productive bait for me for sure. Also, the chatterbait as well. I've done really well this year on a chatterbait, and it's tough to put that down when they're chewing it. But for my lakes out here, it's definitely the Nico rig, and I rig a few different worms on it, but it's awesome. It gets bit everywhere.
Yeah. I've started throwing a Nico rig more after went out with Mark Daniels and he was throwing it, and I kind of got away from a shaky head, and that's what I throw more now is a Nico rig than anything. Like I don't throw a shaky head that much more.
A Nico rig is just a super finesse shaky head. So
yeah,
it's pretty close to the same. It's just way more finessey.
Yep. Well, we got. What's the next question, Chris?
He wants to know what series of casting rods do you use, and is one series your favorite?
So right now I have most, like 95% of my casting rods are all the Icon series, and I really, really, really like the Icon series. I have the frog rod is the 7'4" extra heavy fast Elite Series casting rod, and I know I plugged it in the video, but man, it was just the perfect rod in that moment, getting them out of the toolies and everything. It was just flawless. It was fun, dude. So I used one Elite rod and the rest are Icon, and I'm waiting on a couple more Icon rods right now to come out. And the John Cruz series as well is from what I hear really really good as well.
Yeah. I haven't heard a lot of bad stuff about casting rods. I mean, I love Falcons. That's what we throw, and I love their rods. But that would probably be my choice between two rods if I had to throw. If I had to go make a decision after Falcon, say Falcon went out of business, and I had to pick another, it'd be Cashin for sure. They got some nice rods as well.
Yeah, and Josh, one thing too that I really like about Cashin, man, when we were at the expo, they were just extremely, super friendly. Really made me feel like I was a part of the crew, and even in person and not just online. And their faith in the Lord too is something that really sticks out to me, and they're not ashamed of it, and I think that's super cool too.
No, that is awesome, and that's the most important thing there. And then when somebody shares your same belief, you know what I mean, and respects you for your same belief and all, or your belief, and then also being part of the team, man. That's something that's very big when you're on these pro staff teams, and there's some teams out there that sometimes, like, I think guys just do it just to get discounts, and don't really understand what the meaning of it is, but there's also that camaraderie that you build and relationships you build if you get on a good team. You know what I mean? And I always tell people I'd much rather have one good sponsor than I would or that I get along with and I talk with them all the time and they want my input, or they give me input on things to do and try, than I would just have a bunch of pro staffs that I get 10-15% off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's important, man. It's important. If you're going to do this stuff and you want to fish and grow your brand and your name, and it's important to have a good company that backs you as much as you back them. So, but
yeah, absolutely.
Chris, what other question we got, bud?
No, that was only two. Right now.
Okay. No, man, that's really awesome that you was finally able to get your first win, big win like that. But let's also talk about how important that win was too, because you were rocking a Save JT hat then as well, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing it tonight. It's my lucky hat now, for sure.
Yeah, and everybody that I've talked about this in the last two shows, but right now you can go to SaveJT.com. You can donate. You can also go and enter in a tournament till the end of this month. I mean, you can enter it anytime this month. It's an online event. Now, we'll say right now, you better be on them, but it doesn't really matter because you're donating to a good cause. I got one fish on the board, 20 inches. I haven't been able to go fishing since then. But like I say, they're giving away a lot of great prizes. They're doing some really great auctions. It's a lot of big companies that stepped up for this, and it's just really awesome to see the whole community come together for this charity. You know what I mean? To really help save JT. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's working together trying to raise money as much as we can. And I don't know how many's in there now, but it was 900 some people in there last time I looked. So, anyways, you took it upon yourself. You were going to donate a percentage of your winnings as well, right, to the Save JT Foundation.
Yeah. Right now it's at 981. I just took a peek at it. So 981 guys are signed up, but I'm going to go into a little bit of a backstory really quick. I'm glad you brought this up, Josh. Thanks, man. So Jason Borofka is literally, first off, he's an absolute hammer out here on the West Coast. And now he's in Texas and he's going to fish the Bassmaster Opens next year. And you better believe I'm going to be his #1 fan because that dude is just incredible and he can catch them too. But I got to meet Jason at the Bass Nation event that we had out here at Clear Lake last year because he took 4th and I took 5th, and I got to meet him there for the first time. And then from that moment forward, basically, we got to build a pretty good friendship. And that trip out to Texas, he stayed with us. It was me, Fluke Master, and Blanchard, and Gene's son as well was in the house. And, we all had an incredible time pre-fishing, bouncing all these crazy ideas off of each other. And then Jason goes out obviously and takes like top 5 or 6 or whatever, top 10, and gets on the stage. But it was just so incredible to see him. Like, it's only his second time ever fishing in a kayak, to go out there and fish in the biggest kayak tournament in the whole country, takes top 10. Like, literally, he admits how awkward he feels in the kayak because he's so used to being on front of a bass boat. Absolutely crushes day 2, takes top 10. And then this whole chain of effect happens. It was literally meant to be. There's no other explanation about it. It was meant to be, so that way, like, the whole kayak community can see Jason and JT's story. And it's just been like insanely humbling and so cool to see the whole kayak community come together how they have. I mean, there's just no other explanation other than, like, God literally has, like, ordained this thing, and it's been so cool to watch. And I know Jason, you know, he's just completely humbled by this whole thing, and he's so stoked to see how everyone's getting behind his son. And JT is just a phenomenal young little boy, and it's cool to see that they're finding, all the research and stuff is being helped right now with all this fresh money coming in. They're able to hire more doctors and stuff and more scientists or whatever. And man, it's insane, dude. It's like, he's literally only been in 2 kayak tournaments, and just how he's, been able to, how the kayak community has just rallied around him just shows, like, the true heart of, like, what the kayak community is all about, for sure.
Oh, dude, it's like you said, it's meant to be. It was supposed to be brought up, and for him to get the help, and you know what I mean, like, it was meant to be. So I think it's really awesome that how everything has went down, like you said, like with the backstory, how everything has gone down to what it is now. I mean, with you even winning this event, we're able to sit here and talk about it even more. You know what I mean? And you're able to spread it even more. It's just awesome how it all went down, and like I say, it feels right. So, but
so I called Jason the night before the tournament, and we were talking. We were talking a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, man, I don't know why it's just kind of been put on my heart just for everything that's going on. No matter what I win tomorrow, like, I'm gonna donate half of it to JT." And, like, literally was one side pot away from sweeping the entire pot, and it was just it's just insane. Like you said, like, something powerful is going on, and I'm just praying that it continues to go JT's way in this fight against his disease. And, like, one day we're going to look back on this and say, like, we had just a small little part of his whole story, and it's just really, really cool to watch, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like to say, I think it was great the kayak community came together like they did. I think it's great that all these people. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls here, but all these people keep helping. You know what I mean? There's people that ain't even fishing this thing. There's people that were paying in to enter in this thing that ain't fishing. They just want to help. They want to donate. So, and I keep getting phone calls here. It's crazy, but I don't show people. But anyways, yeah. So I think that was really great. You're donating to it. I know there was other guys that were doing kind of the same deal, that they were donating a percentage of their winnings to, or whatever they win to it. And I just think that's phenomenal. Let's talk.
Yeah, and Motor Guide. I'm gonna plug Motor Guide really quick, but Motor Guide stepped up, and they're donating a Kayak XI3 motor to the auction as well. And Josh, our relationship, both our relationships with Motor Guide, those people are definitely awesome, dude. I mean, they've always supported the kayak community kind of since they got their foot in the door, and for them to donate a motor to this too, it just kind of shows, like, Motor Guide has some awesome people working for them.
Yeah. I had a great time talking with you guys down there at Motor Guide, and they, to be able to do what they're doing and help out with everything, I think that's just, it's great. I love seeing big companies come in and helping with this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they see it. And Ryan Lambert and them did a heck of a job putting this together. And I
absolutely, I
praise them all the time. And I've told them several times, man, you guys are killing it. This is awesome. And, you can tell it's not just for the, some people do things like that to kind of get the attention. You can tell that is deep in his heart. Like, he's not doing this for attention. He's doing it to legitimately help. And I love it.
100%, yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about what you got going on the rest of this year. I know for, like, say, the Bassmasters Classic, it didn't go the way you wanted it to, but you had a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was an experience. You got to hang out with Fluke Master and
And
Greg
you guys.
Blanchard. Yeah, we got to hang out for a couple hours that day, and
Yeah.
sit down and talk. And that's a cool thing about these big events is you're able to kind of go out and the guys that you talk to. We talk on the phone weekly just about. So and to be able to meet up with you finally at the Bassmasters Classic. I wish you were coming to ICast. I know you got family things going on. You can't make it.
Yeah.
I really wish you could make the ICast, but let's kind of before we get into that, but let's talk about your season this year. You got the Kayak Bass Kayak Series. Sorry, I'm getting my stuff. My brain is going 100 miles an hour. The American Bass Kayak Series Championship, that's coming up here soon. You ain't got long, so you got that event coming up. What else are you fishing? Do you have anything else over there that you're going to be fishing as well besides those?
So I have the ABA Kayak Series TOC. It's at Lake Kachuma, July 31st and 1st. It's going to be awesome. We're actually, Hobie sponsored us this year. They're our title sponsor, and they are giving away a Hobie PA 14 360 to the winner. And then Laurent as well is giving an Elite FS7 to second place. So, like, man, the whole ABA Kayak Series this year has just been phenomenal for SoCal. It's been really cool to be a part of that. So I'm really looking forward to that event. And then after that, I fished a local club as well that same day at Otay, and I bought a membership before, and they have a TOC coming up in I believe it's September, so I'm going to be fishing that in September, and then kind of a lull in between. Might do a couple bass boat things with a couple of my other buddies, but then my plan right now, hopefully it all works out because you know how this is with planning and stuff. But I should be at the KBF National Championship in Louisiana as well.
Nice.
So I'll kind of end the season with that. And I went to the Challenge Series Championship last year and got a little taste of that whole experience. And I had a pretty good outing. I was really stoked. I took 13th. I believe it was 13th in the Challenge Series, and so I know I can compete with them. I know I can bang with the best that's out there, and I'm really looking forward to that Louisiana trip too.
I loved Louisiana. I loved when we went down there and fished all those different lakes right there in Shreveport. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. I was on a struggle bus for a while. I ain't gonna lie, but finally started putting something together.
It's gonna be in the fall now, so like chatterbaits, frogs, crankbaits, like it's gonna be. If there's a chatterbait going on, Josh, don't count me out, bro.
I think it's everybody in the kayaking industry now. Like everybody, if you own a kayak and you fish tournaments, you ain't got a chatterbait in it. Do you even fish, bro? Like that's I carry them, but I don't throw them much. I ain't gonna lie to you. I carry them. I'll have one tied on. I'll throw it a little bit, and I'm like, screw it, and I'll throw the spinnerbait. You know what I mean? Like, that's
I mean, being from SoCal, if there's a chatterbait bite going on, it's like crack, bro. Like I can't stay away from it.
Yeah. No, I can understand. Once you get on that bite, and you know what I mean, and you perfect it, and you got your confidence in it, it's hard to get away from it. It really is. It's kind of like they say with the Nico rig and all that. It's hard to get away from it. So, but Chris, we got any other questions that came in?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go in and talk a little bit. I ain't gonna keep you much longer. Let's talk a little bit about ICast. I don't know if what you know is coming out. Bassmasters did their release last week of products that's going to be coming out, some things to look for. We know Bonafide's coming out with something, but nobody knows. You know what I mean? They're being tight-lipped about everything. So, what are some things?
They're being very, very tight-lipped.
Yeah. To be the team guys and not know nothing, they're tight. You know what I mean? They're really tight-lipped. So,
which hopefully that means it's something that's going to push it.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see what it is. You also got Hobie and Mike Iaconelli are working together on a release of a boat. I'm thinking it's going to be
I feel like I know what that is.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be like a limited edition color or something.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? Because
that's what I feel like too, yeah.
Just because when you think about Mike sponsors and Hobie and, you know what I mean? Like, are they going to put a ghost on the front of that thing? Is that because I think that's what he's running? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's so many variables there that it would make it hard to be a fully rigged out boat. But, you know, maybe it's a limited edition color thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? This is hearsay. So,
Yeah, Josh, I really feel like, and I don't know if I should really say this or not, but I feel like the kayak company that comes out, even like with what Old Town did with Autopilot was insanely cool. Like that was
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
But the company that comes out with like a boat, literally, I guess you could say with a motor guide, or literally like designed around the motor guide, is going to be the next thing that really, really pushes the envelope in
Oh,
the
for
kayak
sure.
industry. Because for me personally, and this is just me saying this, I think pedals are kind of on their way, kind of on their way out a little bit, and I feel like the bow mount is taking over and is going to be that moving forward in some way, shape, or fashion, and that's just my opinion.
Oh, I think
So
so. I think you'll still have, maybe one day Hobie will open a door to motors, their tournament series. Um,
yeah,
maybe one day. I don't know. But it's so driven towards pedal drive system because that's what Hobie's big on, their pedal drive system. So, that might be the only thing that kind of keeps it going, but other than that, it's hard to compete with the Hobie pedal drive system. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like they got a really good
yeah,
system, and it's fast. It's really fast. Do they have their flaws? Yes, all of them have their flaws. I can tell you that right now. Um, but I think these other brands are going to keep moving away from it, and they're just going to be going, like say, with the motors. You know what I mean? Like this, as this series and tournament fishing and the kayaks evolve and get better and better and better. It's just, you know what I mean. It might be eventually it comes kayaks fully rigged. Like a bass boat. You can go and
that's what I'm
buy a
saying.
Phoenix bass boat right now with everything you need on it and go fishing. You know what I mean? I mean, it could come down to that soon.
Someone's gonna knock on Motor Guide's door and they're gonna open it to a pot of gold.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you collaborate like that and make something that's just like, I don't know, I'm not an engineer, I don't have all the answers for that, but someone's gonna strike gold pretty soon. Because Josh, you and I both know you guys are a dealer for Motor Guide, and at Kayak Fish Supplies we're a dealer as well, and we can't keep those things for more than a day, no
No.
matter what.
No.
They're gone.
And apparently the quick release plates are like locked up in Fort Knox somewhere because can't nobody get them daggone things, man. I mean, I got customers that have pre-ordered these things that I'm like every day messaging, hey man, they keep telling me this date and then the next date, then the next date, and I'm just like, man, I don't know what's going on with them. But yeah, you're right, man. They do not stay on the shelves. That's just like with
Yeah,
motor mounts and stuff like that. I mean, it is a growing thing, and I see it. We get questions every single day, and we love it. I
yep,
love the fact that they come to us and talk motors and want to rig a boat, and what I mean. And people are getting out of bass boats. They're selling their bass boats to get in these things. So when they sell their boat, if they got money left over, they're putting a chunk in. You know what I mean? They're putting a good chunk in these kayaks, and sometimes it's crazy to me, like the amount of money gets spent. But I get it because that's what you do. You know what I mean? Like it's your hobby, or you're trying
yeah.
to
It
go.
really just takes like eyes, like once you're out there and your eyes sees it, and then you see your buddy maybe do well in a tournament with it, and you see your buddy sitting there next to you eating a sandwich while you're pedaling like crazy to stay on your spot. It's kind of one of those things that just like eventually it's like it snaps in people's head like, okay, this is a no brainer. I don't care how much it is anymore. Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. And with the
It takes
spot,
that one tough day with the wind and
yeah.
you're done.
Well, that was a good point because that's what was big for us when people come and they call and they'll be asking about a bow mount and they're asking about a motor and a setup. And they're like, look, I got my butt whipped because that guy was sitting out there on that main channel point when the wind was blowing, and I'm trying to paddle or pedal and can't keep, you know what I mean? Like, can't fish it efficiently. And they're like, I want that setup. What do I need? Blah, 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 blah. So like that's the big statements we get when someone calls us. But
Yeah.
Chris, you said we had a question. Sorry, I forgot about it.
Yeah, David wants to know which is your go-to chatterbait.
Uh, I can go first, but I don't spend any money at all on anything other than a jackhammer.
Yeah. So his
And I have a couple of color variations in that, but jackhammer hands down. I mostly throw the 3/8 because I feel like it stays higher in the water column a little bit easier when I'm around that like shallow cover, which is mostly what I throw it at. And then I'll have a couple half ounces if I think there's like some deep grass down there or something. But most of the time for me, it's a 3/8 jackhammer with a Gary Yamamoto Seiko pretty much 95% of the time.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the new Z-Man Mega Blade thing that's coming out, like the bigger blade on it? What do you think about that? Have you seen anything
I
of
don't
that yet?
know. Maybe in dirty water, it might give me a little more confidence to get a little bit more sound. But I don't know, man. That jackhammer's loud. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but who
Yeah.
knows?
I tell you what, we did a video a while back. I'll tell you this, and I'll let you get going because I know you ain't got a lot of time. But we did a video a while back testing out some stuff in the pool. Some people got irritated. They're like, "That don't do that no justice." Blah 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 blah. But I'm telling you, it was crazy. I like the jackhammer. I think it's a great chatterbait. But we took a homemade one, and we took the regular Z-Man chatterbait, and then the jackhammer, and it was another brand that we tried. I can't remember what it was. But I'll say between the homemade one and the regular Z-Man, the original chatterbait, just the erratic action it had was insane. Now, not saying that makes it even better because
Yeah.
apparently jackhammer was killing it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, if you looked at it in the water, you would think that the regular Z-Man was better than the jackhammer. Just
Yeah.
just the erratic action that it had. You know, it's definitely different looking. But like I
You
said,
know, Tactical Bastion did a really good video underwater with all the different chatterbaits. So if you're kind of on the fence with which one to pick, just go.
yeah,
They do a really good job with that.
they always do. I
Yeah.
know when we were getting into glide baiting, that's who we went to their videos. Like they did a really good job on
Yeah.
talking them out. They fish a lot of different baits and try a lot of different baits. So
I
they
spent
do
so
some good
much
stuff.
money because of them, like
Oh yeah,
ridiculous amount of money.
I hope Tackle Warehouse pays them good because
Oh,
they
I
sell a
did
lot
a
of
reel
baits.
one time. I don't know if you saw my reel, Josh. Did you see my reel I did at Tackle Warehouse? Where
I don't
like
know. Yeah, I
they're
did. I
doing
did.
they're doing a video and it's Matt Allen saying like we'll link all the baits down below, and then it's me screaming upstairs with my credit card. It was really dumb, but I thought it was funny.
It's
But
truth, though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's truth. You see it, and you're
yeah.
like, oh God, I gotta buy that. So,
Because they just like started that whole frenzy of like, oh, we'll just link it all down in the bio. So now even like they've done all these videos. All I need to do now is like if I can't remember what size treble hooks they use on a square bill or something, I could just go look at square bill and then I don't even watch the video. I just go to their links
yeah,
and they have it all. They're awesome, dude. They put a lot of work into that for
they
sure.
do. That's why they are probably one of the, to my opinion, one of the number one YouTube
Yeah.
channels on
Oh
YouTube.
yeah.
So,
No one can compete with them. No
yeah,
way.
yeah, for sure. So,
But
but man, Shane, I really appreciate it, dude. You got anything else you want to cover too before I let you go? Because I know I'm all over the place, man. I'm like that when I talk. And
no, it's all good. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I'm not able to make it out to ICast, but I know you guys will have a blast, and I can't wait to see the new product, especially coming from Bonafide. I'm a part of their team. They got a new boat coming out, so make sure you guys are following them, throughout this whole week because it's exciting when a new boat comes out. No matter what it ends up being, it's going to be exciting. And I don't know, man. It's just cool to be on your show. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for supporting the ABA Kayak Series. And
where can they
yeah, that's
follow you?
pretty
They
much
can
it.
follow you out on Instagram at Bass Thumbs Fishing.
Yeah, if you
right?
guys want to maybe watch the video that Josh was talking about or follow me on Instagram, everything, all my handles are all Bass Thumbs Fishing. So just look up Bass Thumbs Fishing on any of those platforms. We also have our own podcast too that we try to keep up with, about 1 or 2 episodes a month right now, and it's just Bass Thumbs Fishing on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever.
And that's mainly West Coast people. So I haven't been on that show yet. Just to let you guys know. So, but.
Well, for so long the East Coast didn't have the West Coast, so we had to catch up.
That's right. That's right.
But I think we're doing pretty good now. We're making some dents now.
Yeah, I think y'all doing good. Y'all holding your own now. So
it's all good. I appreciate you, Josh. You know that.
Oh man, I appreciate everything you've done, man. You've helped us out a lot, and I always enjoy our weekly conversation. So, but with Shane, man, you have a good one, man. I hope the rest of your season goes well, and you get some more W's under the belt, or at least some great finishes. And like I said, man, looking forward to hopefully getting to hang out with you again sometime.
Appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, buddy. You have a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. I hope everything sound all right, Chris? I mean,
sound good.
It sounded good on my end. I was just making sure everything was good there. But yeah, it was great to be able to hang out with him and talk. And, we've had, like I say, me and him's had a lot of phone conversations through the weeks talking. If I'm on the road or he's on the road or at work or whatever, we're always chatting. So, and we talk about a lot of things going on in the industry, and it's just a lot of fun. We bounce ideas off one another, all that. I think Shane's a great guy, and I think he's got a great future ahead of him. So, whether it's fishing or just life in general, he's just a great guy. So, but also before we get into the whole ICast deal, I want to I want to congratulate Seth Feider for winning the AOI, the Bassmaster Elite's AOI. It was really cool to watch all this go down. You want to talk about a well-deserved AOI. I mean, that guy he's kind of a quiet dude. He'll get on video and do some funny stuff, especially if he's like Fat Cat Newton. You need to go back and watch, Chris, if you haven't done this yet, go back and watch some of the videos that Fat Cat Newton did with Seth Feider and all of them, man. It was hilarious. Did some good stuff. But he's like a quiet dude. Jason Hensley had the chance to fish with him. Yeah. He's not a real, he ain't going to talk your ear off. You know what I mean? He ain't me. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But he's a quiet dude, and he gets the job done, and he's a heck of a stick, man. He's a good fisherman. So, also, congratulations to, look, I'm going to screw this name up right here, okay? And y'all can laugh at me all you want. I'm not good at saying Japanese names, okay? Taku Aitus? How do you spell that? How would you say ITO apostrophe S?
ITO apostrophe S?
Yeah.
Itos? I don't know.
Itos?
I don't know.
Taku Itos? So y'all can laugh. Put the smiley face in the bottom if you think it's funny. But congratulations to him for winning the Bassmaster Elite event today. It was cool to be able, and Dylan Hayes did a post earlier talking about, him coming up there last year and fishing it and winning it the following year. There's some big smallmouth up north. And to be able to find them on the big bodies of water that they find them on is phenomenal. I love watching those events. I just think it's super, super cool to watch them catching big smallmouth like they do. I mean, these dudes are tanks. You know what I mean? They're like, you don't even call them footballs. They're bigger than footballs. They're just huge. So, congratulations to you guys. Also, let's talk about, I got it pulled up here. Let's talk about the ICast release and baits that are coming out. There's a couple that stand out that I want to talk to you guys about and bring up because I thought was just kind of crazy to me. I mean, is this where the industry is going when it comes to prices? But we'll get to that here in a minute. But, I'm looking through everything, and I just don't see nothing wow right now. Not unless it's a price on something. I'm like, holy gosh almighty, why is it that much money? But, of course, there's rods coming out. There's reels coming out. Some are expensive. Some are in that, mid-range. Abu Garcia's got a few beginner level reels. You know what I mean? Ones you don't want to spend a pile load of money, but you want to spend a little bit to get a decent reel. They got their Max Pro. That's $84.99. 7-1 bearing system. They also coming out their 100th year anniversary. This is the Abu Pro Rocket 100-year anniversary. This is you remember the 5600s or whatever it was, the 5500s we had, Chris?
Yeah, it had the button on the side of them.
Yeah, this is like that. Okay, and it's got, look at the big Abu on the side of it. Can you see that?
Oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so they're coming back out with that reel.
Yeah.
Well, I said they've already had them, but
They still make the big ones.
Yeah, but you know how much that reel is? Take a stab.
$375.
Well, you were close, but not close enough. $250.
Oh, okay.
I just never thought it'd be that much money. But they must put the goodies in it. I don't know.
Who won't be buying one?
Chris is like, I ain't getting it.
It's not a Quantum, so I'm not going to buy it no way.
Yeah, well, whatever. You'll come over to the dark side one day. But Berkeley's coming out with their Prospect Chrome line. And then you got, let's see, Seagar's coming out with the Basics, 100% fluorocarbon.
Question everybody wants to know is what's Yeti coming out with? They've already got the speaker out for your cup.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you they'll have something on here in a minute.
The narwhal, as they call it.
Seaguar Tactics 101 50. I mean, Spro's got their braided line they're coming out with. Sunline's got a I don't even know how to say that. Mabaroshi FC leader. Why do I try? Why do I even try to say these things? I should just skip over them. It's like I challenge myself. Missile Bait. Now, Berkeley's got their Power Bait Swim Jig. Missile Bait is coming out with their Ike Swim Jig. Excited about that. Get that down there. We hope to have some of those on the website here soon. So, this is the thing that gets me right here. Chris, we were talking about this earlier. Okay, Gamakatsu is coming out with their tungsten weights. Now, this is going to be, I think this is going to be the ICast. You know, there's always like this thing, like there's ones like this is the kayak ICast. This ICast was nothing about coolers. Everybody had a cooler come out one year.
Yeah.
It seems to me, just looking at things like this is going to be the year of the tungsten. Like everybody's got tungsten. You know what I mean? So they're coming out with a wobble head, which is pretty cool looking. You can clip it on any hook. So, but I mean, you're looking now. It doesn't tell you how many come to a pack on this stuff. But right now it's between $8.19 to $14, $8.19 to $14.14 a pack. Now this is where things get kind of interesting to me, and this is where I'm kind of like, damn, daggone, did the fishing industry really come to this? The Gamakatsu G Shield tungsten flipping weights. $11 to $15 a pack, dude. For weights. For tungsten weights.
They can keep them.
Yeah, it's my, man.
I put that reel up on the screen there.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Everybody can see it.
Yeah. There's that new, that's a catfisherman's dream right there.
Is it the big one?
I don't know if that's a big one or not. That
don't look like a 5600. It looks like a 35 or whatever they call it.
Maybe.
Because it seems like a 56
Still $250.
Is wide. Yes, $250 I won't be spending.
You know that's a heavy reel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not a low profile Revo kind of deal. You know what I mean? Then you got the Gamakatsu G Shield tungsten worm weights. $13 to $17 a pack. Now, granted, they got like a rubber insert on the inside of them, so it helps your line from getting frayed up and all that stuff. I get that. Now they got their punch weights. Check this one out. That's their punch weight.
Well, that's a weird looking.
Yeah, it's weird looking, ain't it? I mean, it's totally a different design. But $11 to $20 a pack. $20. My God. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I hope that something is a misprint here. This is what I'm hoping. But I don't know. What is y'all's opinion? What is your opinion? Whether you're listening on podcast or whether you're listening right now, I'd like to know what your opinion is on, with tungsten going like it is right now. I mean, I know what we got. I know what we sell. And it ain't nowhere near that price.
Clay says Monster Bass has some tungsten for like $3 to $4.
Yeah. And I mean, how much do you get? You know what I mean? That's
Chris
what
Cable says probably 2 in a pack.
It probably is. Well, if you get up to
in the whatever.
Yeah. And if you get up to probably like, let's just say the bigger
Craig
weights.
brings up a good point.
What's that?
Why when you can buy one objective tungsten?
Oh, man, Craig, that dude's a smart dude.
He's always coming up with the
he's a genius. I like you, Craig.
Good remarks and comments.
Z-Man's coming out with the chatterbait, the Mini Max, heavy duty 2/0 black nickel hook. So it's a compact. It's a 3/8 to ½ ounce, a quarter to 3/8 to ½ ounce. That's their typical sizes. They're $8.99. Then they got this one's called the Z-Man Big Blade Chatterbait. The Subwoofer Thumping XL Chatterbait. Thumper. Subwoofer.
Oh.
What's
it got, a Rockford Fosgate?
Yeah, man. That thing's basing coming through the water. $11.99. We'll probably get some video on that. I think it'll be
it's just a big chatterbait.
Yeah, I think the body itself is the same. You know what I mean? Like, it is bigger. I'm sorry. It's a 6/0 Mustad, ½ ounce to 3/4. So it's ½ ounce, 5/8, and 3/4. So it's a bigger profile bait altogether.
Yeah. So
kind of like what Shane was talking about is it's probably a great dirty water bait. You know what I mean? Like where it's got that bigger profile. Z-Man's coming out with a football head, Texas Alpha, and this. I mean, let's get down to some of the accessories here.
Yeah.
The Bubba speaker. What is this?
Bubba speaker?
Sorry, Bubba Seeker 1011 sling pack. So they're the people that make the knives and all that you see like Bass Pro Shops.
Okay.
They're making a book bag, duffel bag. Freybuild's coming out with their power source, which looks very similar to me to the Dakota power pack. Like here, like Dakota makes one very similar to that. You know what I mean? I see more companies doing stuff like this. They don't really have no price on there, but Gamakatsu's coming out with their G box. That looks
G-Box?
Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. But, that's boxes have gotten, granted, I know they're getting thicker and they're getting watertight and all of that stuff. They're getting a little more expensive. But, look, okay. This is where I get there's a funny one here I want to show you here in a minute. But the Gamakatsu microfiber towel. I mean, why? This is what gets me is why does stuff like this make the big news for ICast?
The Yeti speaker on there just so everybody can see that jewel if you haven't seen it already.
Do they have it now? Like you can buy it now?
You can buy it. Green Top's got them. It goes on your cup. It just sits there on your cup and you can drink out of it.
So you could just be like listening to your tunes while you drink your coffee.
Yeah.
Humminbird, Mega Live Imaging. We knew that was coming. I'm just trying to see what else is on here. Rapala's coming out with some nice looking scissors. They are pretty nice looking there. Good God, man, they're $50.
They're not ever go dull.
Yeah, they better stay sharp forever. Spro's coming out with their.
What did the Gamakatsu box, or whatever they're called, boxes look like?
They're blue. Hold on a minute, I'll pull them back up.
What is the name of them?
It is. Trying to find it again. The G Box reversible 360.
See if there's a picture of it online.
And then let's see. What else was it that
G Box 3200 or G Box?
This was the 3600. I think it got 3200 too.
All right, we'll put a picture of this one up.
But look at this. Now this right here, let's talk game changer. This really truly made Bassmasters products to look for at ICast. This is just crazy to me. And people, I don't know. Look, the TH Marine wood canoe paddle. Look at that. Game changer.
Oh, wow.
That actually made the ICast list for Bassmasters. Now, I know daggone
I don't know why that's transparent, but here it is. I don't know why it's transparent. Why that come up like
Does it
that.
actubut show it like in transparent?
Yeah, it's like I can still see.
I always fight to even get
I can still see
files.
Jason Hensley behind the box.
But TH Marine's coming out with a few things. Things protect the side of your hull of your boat, a winch. Apparel line's coming out. AFCO's got a few things. Let's see. So AFCO's coming out with the Rescue Regenerated Fishing Shorts. Now hold your breath on this one. They're $90, but AFCO, yeah. But this is something I was reading an article about the other day. It's actually made from regenerated nylon. It's a unique fabric spun from ocean and landfill waste, including fishing nets, industrial plastics, and textile.
That's like Walmart. They make their vests out of water bottles.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. It's just how many water bottles it took to make this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that did come up transparent, didn't it? I just see it up there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that.
But other than that, man, I mean, like, everybody's coming out with a sun shirt or a rain, everybody's got, like, rain gear is coming out, I mean, there's nothing on here. Now, not saying there's not going to be more there at ICast that is like, wow, but I'm going through Bassmasters list, and I'm just kind of like,
David said he'd like to see a turnkey motor that goes right on the one objective stern mount, no cutting down, has factory control box and all.
Oh, he's talking about a whole stern mount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But he wants to bolt it to the one objective.
One objective mount.
Yeah. He wants the trolling motor that's already been cut.
Yeah. Problem we run into that is, like, issues with warranty down the road. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if they made it like that, or from the factory, specifically for a kayak. It could be like a kayak trolling motor. You just bolted it on there.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, we could make it right, but right now it's supply and demand. Like we're if you notice on our One Objective page that we don't even have controllers on there right now. We are out of stock of our actuated mounts right now. I think James might have was able to get some more ordered. It's just, man, it's supply and demand. It's been kind of tough right now for the fishing industry, and that's why I'm kind of like, ICast. I've heard a lot of big companies backed out. How true it is, I don't know. Yeah. But I think it's going to be a struggle. I mean, I know dealers that are tackle dealers that haven't got orders yet that they ordered last year.
Craig says game changer. Yak Attack doubleheader is a game changer for its versatility.
I think you're right there, Craig. I think that is a must-have on any kayak that you own. Whether it's just you just want it just to hold your paddle, whether there's some boats that come out there that don't
one
have
on one side to hold your paddle and one on the other side to hold your push stick.
Yeah. And what the cool part is? So they got they make their stakeout pole.
Yeah, that's what I meant, stakeout pole.
Yeah. So you can never use that into the roto grip because the roto grip was wider. So the stakeout pole will just fall out. You know what I mean? So now they make the little straps that go over your, and you can buy for existing roto grips you already got. And now you can tighten it out and it'll hold your paddle. I mean your stakeout pole.
Yeah.
So I do like that because now you don't have to buy anything special.
Craig has 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we picked up a few of them too the other day that we were shooting some videos with and all that stuff. I think they are. I'm telling you, man. They're phenomenal. I think they're a must-have whatsoever. I hate saying that. I hate using the word game changer, but I think it is a game changer.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to rigging a kayak and being efficient and being clean, you can't beat that dude, man.
David said he's been through 4 switches in 3 seasons.
4 switches?
Yeah.
Oh, on a controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them dudes. Like, I really don't. Like, I think stuff's getting made so fast that they're not. That's this issue we was running with actuators. Was some of the stuff that we were getting wasn't to par. You know what I mean? Like
John Lewis wants to know, are they sturdy?
Oh yeah, The double header is it's really sturdy. Yeah, it's real sturdy.
Clay wants to know what your favorite square bill is on the market right now.
Favorite square bill in the market? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very simple when it comes to it. I love the Strike King. That's probably one of my favorite. But I do like the Spro Little Johns. Chris, you've thrown them. I throw them. I love the Spro Little John too. But when I come to let's say Smith Mountain Lake, the water's down a little bit, I want to throw a square bill under the docks around September. I love doing that. You can see the fish chase that bait up under there and catch them. And I've caught some really nice fish doing that. I love the Sexy Shad Strike King square bill because if you hit the dock and it busts wide open, you just lost $4.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are now, but $4 or $5. So you throw a Spro under there and you hit the dock and you bust it wide open, you just lost $13.
Yeah.
So, but I do love them.
Or
like
throw a Mega Bass, you lost 30.
And I have done that. Like I smacked the dock with a Mega Bass jerk bait and it shattered. That's a sickening feeling.
Yeah.
At $25 gone. That sucks. So, but no, I don't know, guys. We're leaving Monday. We're leaving tomorrow afternoon for ICast. So stay tuned. We'll probably doing some live update stuff. We're going to be vlogging it. If you guys haven't checked out our last vlog we did for the Bassmasters Classic, let us know what you think about that. Also, if you are listening on iTunes and all that, please write us a review. What do you think about the show? We love hearing it. If we
talk about the giveaway. Oh
yeah. Also, if you're still on here, I think I did say something about it earlier, but make sure you go to our Facebook and do our get entered into our giveaway. It's simple. You like, share, you comment the word "done" in the comments. That's it. That's all you got to do. So just go check that out. Also, if you're still watching, please give us some likes on this video and on YouTube, and share it with your friends, guys. Chris, do we got anything else we need to cover for tonight?
I don't guess so.
So, guys, just stay tuned. We're leaving tomorrow for ICast. We are going to be down there for demo day on the water day, and then we're also going to be there for the first day of ICast, and then we're coming back because it's hard for us to leave the shop long. And, with orders and all that stuff. So we want to get everything shipped out tomorrow if you got orders in. And then we plan on coming back and working through the weekend and all that and getting other orders out. So other than that, guys, we'll talk to you later. Y'all have a great weekend, a great week. If you got any fish pictures, share them with us on Instagram. We'll share them on our stories and all that stuff. So other than that, guys, I'll talk to you later. Y'all have a great weekend, great week. See ya.
See ya.